Hello, YouTubers. Back with part two of securing your home, protecting your home. Just a couple ideas that if you take them to heart, you can really help yourself out. Maybe you have a few ideas that you haven't heard of before or haven't really considered. So anyway, so just to move on, I already covered being resourceful and also using your surroundings to your advantage. So I would like to move on to communication and similar training to that. The military makes training programs uniform across the board within any given branch. Okay, all Army Rangers get the same training. All enlisted soldiers get the same training. All Navy SEALs get the same training. This has its purpose. If they all know what to do in the worst case scenario, they will be able to assist their fellow soldiers at any level of threat with the same techniques. Okay, everybody knows exactly what the other person is going to do, and if they forget something, somebody else is going to know it, and they can help out with getting whoever back on track. So anyways, but what's the practical use of this for the average citizen? Use multiple family members to help watch and listen for threats, help to assess threat risk, perform the same basics you can, so you may focus on other parts of the defensive strategy. This requires some training to help those family members or friends to understand and be able to use the techniques or help in meaningful ways. You will lower your risk exposure and have more engaged, useful people supporting your defensive goals. Okay? Simple communication and observation can serve a vital role in maintaining safety and proactively being able to react to, like potentially dangerous situations. Okay. All right. So moving on, the next technique that I would want you guys to try to utilize would be to utilize uh, positioning to your advantage. Okay. Military and law enforcement use this technique in an incredible amount of situations. Practically everything they do, okay? When they approach an aggressive individual, they attempt to remove objects like weapons or distractions before they engage. And they maintain distance to contain the situation and avoid having the tables turned on them. Okay? They utilize a safe distance and effective understanding of the environment to avoid injury and risk. If there is a life-threatening risk, an officer will draw their weapon in preparation prior to engaging. The officer will also never come close to a person of threatening posture with a weapon drawn until the person is in a position that they will not be able to take away their weapon. Okay, so but multiple officers at different distances will work together to subdue an aggressive target. Okay, distance combined with cool, calm thinking can go a long way to diffuse a situation. If you have already found yourself in one, okay, though many, macho men might contend that you should engage any threat that comes your way and resolve the threat or make it known that you are in charge of your territory, it may not always be the best route. Okay, using position only when you encounter something cannot always be avoided. Okay, let me restate that. Use positioning only when an encounter cannot be avoided. Okay, avoid all potential dangerous scenarios. Okay, it's always the best. You keep yourself out of harm's way. Guess what? You just won. Okay. Um, Anyways, let me move on. So, um, avoid all potential dangerous scenarios because you are not going to know the capabilities of the others that will be involved and who they have waiting back at their base camp or wherever they're coming from to come and raid you. Okay, remember, being defensive is almost always better than being on the offensive. Okay, you're always going to be dug in, and trying to take somebody, let's say the high ground. You have the high ground, it's practically impossible for some people to take that from you if you even know half of what you're doing. So, anyways, but the very last thing that I would want to talk to you about would be disinformation. Okay, the military, uh, police, law enforcement agencies, they have always used different forms of disinformation to diffuse volatile situations. Okay, they've done it for a long time. Telling someone what they want to hear or combining false information with proper planning can keep your stored food, the location to your hidden entryway, or the water bottles in the back of your car from being obtained. Okay, it's truly a combination of techniques, proper planning, and then a plausible answer to any number of questions could get you out of a rough situation. Okay, of course, if you um, can avoid confrontation and face-to-face interaction with threats, you should. Okay, this technique is an excellent choice, assuming you can pull it off when you're forced into interaction or confrontation. Okay, if you get caught lying to a hostile aggressor, you may be elevating the situation's threat level, however. So make sure you can think on your feet, have all the right answers, right there at your fingertips, okay? Or I always say on the tip of your brain, okay? So be diligent in protecting your reserve. Make sure that your group is all on the same page, okay? In bad situations, it may be more advantageous for an aggressor to leave to seek food, shelter, water, or guns elsewhere. Okay? If you can maintain a calm nerve during confrontation and keep your mind sharp for the best decisions, then you will have the advantage. Okay? These techniques may not fit in your situation, but they can't hurt to know. Okay? You will need to determine which techniques are right for you though. Okay? And make sure to embrace those that will have the biggest positive impact. Right? Using defensive techniques will almost always outweigh the effectiveness of those from an offensive posture. Okay, they are safer, better thought out, and simpler to enact in stressful environments. Don't forget that preparation is the key. Okay, and always make sure you are communicating your wishes to your group, your family. Okay, or they might not be able to help you implement the program when it really counts. Okay, so communication, 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 and then OPSEC, okay, operational security. Within the group, everybody needs to know what's going on, okay. Like I was saying just a second ago, you need to be all on the same page, okay. That keeps you safe, it keeps them safe, and it keeps their morale up because if let's say you're the one that's in charge, it keeps a confidence in you that they're going to need. All the people that are going to count on you, it might weigh a little bit heavy on your shoulders sometimes, um, but everybody will be looking for somebody that they can count on. Okay, and guess what? If you know what you're doing, that's you. Okay, so congratulations. Anyways, so um, this is Irish Prepper. Thank you for watching the second video in this little tiny series here about protecting your home. And I guess not really protecting your home, but these are techniques that you can definitely use to that end goal right there, protecting your home. But in anything that you do as far as preparing and prepping, as far as the disinformation goes, I know I've talked about this in another video, but you're buying food supplies and you pull up at the cash register and they're asking, holy cow, you're planning for war, because you have a bunch of rice and beans, and all that stuff. Oh no, you give them a totally plausible answer. I live in Utah. We have huge families and there's always a family reunion going on. That's my go-to answer right there. Oh no, I'm just in charge of the meals for the family reunion this year, so I got to feed a ton of people. And then again, you're paying cash. You don't want to give out your name or anything like that. Okay, there's always going to be somebody paying attention to stuff like this, and so you want to make sure that you keep your family, your supplies as far away from prying eyes as possible. So, anyways, Irish Prepper out. You guys take care. Keep a watch out for my next video. Thank you very much. Take care.